So yes, I reside in Bengaluru, but I was born in Tamil Nadu, not in Chennai, not in Madras, but in Coimbatore. But I have a very, very special connect to Madras. And let me tell you what that is. You know, it was the time of Mahashivratri, and I was in Coimbatore in my teenage, learning music and dance, Bharatanatyam. And that day, especially, my dance teacher was teaching us a very new shloka. Champeya Gaurartha Sharirakaye Karpura Gaurartha Sharirakaya Dammillakayai cha Jadatharaya Namah Shivayai cha Namah Shivaya. To her, whose body was shining like molten gold, and to him, whose body was burning like the camphor. To her, who had free flowing hair, and to him, who has matted locks. My salutations to thee, Shiva and Parvati. That was the shlokam about Ardhanarishwara. And I was so thrilled to learn that new shlokam. And I was humming that wearing my dance sari and walking towards my house. That is when I saw my mother. She was prepping up for the next day. She was cleaning up the courtyard of the house or vasal. As I came there, I said, Appadiyo, Amma, today's exercise is over. She looked at me and she smiled. Ennamo po, dancing-ங்கிறேள், gym-ங்கிறேள், jogging-ங்கிறேள். இந்த மாதிரி எக்ஸசைஸ்லாம் எங்க காலத்துல நாங்க ஒன்னும் பண்ணலமா. We did not know any of these kind of exercises, you know. And I got really irritated because she was the one who kept insisting that I will have to exercise. She quickly got the clue. She looked at me and she said, "Appadi illada konde. What I'm trying to tell is we had different kinds of activities that made us exercise well to keep our body fit." So saying, she took that coconut shell filled with that white liquid, dipped a cotton cloth into it, and then slowly put the borders in the vasal. I was looking at her as she was bending down and drawing the lines, the borders. The way she was standing with her feet hip distance apart and completely concentrating on what she was doing. To me, it seemed like meditation. It seemed like she was making that beautiful patterns and was trying to connect herself to the Supreme. Kolama, appadina enna tata? I remember asking my tata when I was about 5 or 6 years of age. My tata was standing there in front of the Swami room and he was telling his prayers early Margari morning. Margari tingal madi niraindha nannala. To me, it didn't sound really good because I had asked him a question and he has not given me the answers yet. He looked at me, he smiled and he said, "Cherida konde. Now tell me, do you know who wrote the song that I'm singing?" "I know, you've told me already. Andal." That's right. Just like how Tata is taking all these beautiful flowers and making it into a beautiful garland for the Lord that I'm going to pray to. There was one man, you know, Vishnu Chittan was his name. He was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. And every day morning, he would go to his beautiful garden. He would pick the choicest of the flowers and he would make such lovely, lovely garlands, such beautiful garlands. And he would go and put it in the neck of the Ranganatha Perumal that he was very, very fond of. This was happening every single day. One day, as Vishnu Chittan was going and seeing, plucking the beautiful flowers in the garden, he heard the sound of a baby crying. What is this? He went and he peeped amidst the beautiful plants that was there. And there he saw a girl baby. A baby who looked as fresh as the flower. A baby who was as beautiful as the beautiful flower garden garland that he makes for his Ranganatha Perumal. He took the baby in his hands. He went to his wife and he said, I think the Lord has given to us whatever we had asked for. Today we have this baby with us and let us bring her up as our own. And that is what they did. They took the little baby. They looked at her beautiful face, the flower face, and they named her Kodai, meaning a beautiful garland, just like the garland that Vishnu Chittan always made. Well, do you know something? Kodai grew up listening to tales about Ranganatha every single day. And in the heart of hearts, without her knowledge, she fell in love with the Lord. And she was dreaming of the day when she would go and marry Ranganatha Perumal. When she came of age, she called out to all her friends, especially in the months of Margari, and she said, why don't you all come with me and sing these beautiful pasurams, put these beautiful patterns outside your house and welcome the Lord to your heart. When her friends teased her, she just added to spice it up. If you do this, you definitely will get the man of your dreams. Her friends teased her. They told her that she was daydreaming. But Kodai did this with all her heart, every single day, drawing patterns outside her house, welcoming her Lord to the heart, and taking the garlands that she had made. First she put it on her. It looked very pretty, and only then she made it sure to put it to Ranganatha Perumal. One day, her father Vishnu Chittan happened to see this. He was shell-shocked. What are you doing, Kodai? Is this what you will do? Appa, but Ranganatha, I wanted to marry him, Appa. Stop all this nonsense, Kodai. Vishnu Chittan could not bear to see this happening. But the same day, Lord Ranganatha came in the dreams of Vishnu Chittan and told him that he would not wear any other garland other than the garland Kodai wears in her neck. The legend says that as time went by, Kodai became one with her Lord, and that is why she was called Andal, the one who won the heart of her Lord. Ayyo, so is that why people draw kolam outside their house? Because they want to get good husband? If that is what you think it is, maybe you can start drawing kolams too, my grandfather told me, and I blushed. I was standing there outside the house, seeing my mother drawing kolam, and this came across my mind, and I just laughed out loud. And my mother asked me, "Endi sirikra? Kolam nanna illaya?" Ayyo, illamma, not that. I just remembered some stupid question I asked grandfather, and I remembered the story that he told me that day. Oh, ஏதோ பாட்டு பாடிட்டு வந்தே. என்னத பத்தி பாட்டு? Oh, அதுவா, my dance teacher is teaching me this beautiful shlokam, you know. That shlokam is reminding me of a riddle that my grandmother asked me. Do you want to try and answer that? My day was getting better and better, and I was very thrilled, and I said, shoot it, Amma, let me try. And my mother went early in the morning, before even the rays of the sun could touch the earth. There were two voices that were heard. The birds, the bees, the wind and the trees were listening to those two voices. One said, just like how the moon revolves around the sun, just like how the sun revolves around the earth, I revolve around you countless times and in countless ways. Up and down, in and out, west and east, north and south. To this, the other voice replied, what am I without you? If you don't revolve around me, I don't even count. Fut came the reply from the other voice. Why would you say that? I'm just like an alphabet, but you are the one who completes me, make meaningful words out of me. Ayo, let us stop fighting, no? Let us put it like this. If you are constancy, then I am motion. If you are the heart, I am the emotion. If you are the beginning, then I am the end. With you, I'm one. And without you, I'm none. Ayo, Amma, you evlo romantica irukuma. The teenager in me was blushing. Okay, Lavanya, adella pogatum. Now you tell me, who do you think these voices belong to? And I knew it instantly because my mother was telling that she was reminded of this riddle after listening to the shloka that I was reciting. Of course, Shiva and Parvati, Ardhanarishwara. Neeyu ade tappudam pandre. You also did not get it right. Just like the birds and the bees and the trees and the wind. Who thought it was the voice of Shiva and Parvati? Then whose voice is that, Amma? It is the voice of the dot and the line in the kolam that everybody puts outside their house. It just sounded like Shiva and Parvati to me, Amma. That is true too, because when we put the kolam, we were taught that the dot that we keep represents Parvati and the line that we draw represents Shiva. And I was amazed to see the connect, how a simple, humble, grounded kolam could help you connect with the Supreme just like that. That is why I understood that my mother has not skipped even one day of this ritual where she's completely immersed in herself. You might now want to ask me, where is the Madras connection? Well, the year was 2001. I was 21 years old, doing my third year College of Engineering. That is when the TV shows were all focusing on one particular event that was happening in Madras, the Mylapore Kolam Festival. As I switched on the TV and I saw the coverage, I was amazed because the entire neighborhood of Mylapore, the streets were beautiful with such lovely columns drawn. And all these memories came rushing into my mind. The story that I heard from my grandfather, the riddle that my mother told me, everything just came rushing to my mind. And what do you think I did? The next day onwards, drawing kolam outside the house became my job. You know what? My sister and my brother even teased me. They said, marriageable age, no. She's also secretly asking for her dream husband. Just like that Andal. But to me, it was much more than that. To me, it was the dream. It was to dream. It was to believe in the dream, just like how Andal did. And I know if I'm going to do that, then the universe will somehow conspire to make it true for me, just like how it did to Andal. So every day, right from that day, I've been drawing columns outside the house, thanks to the TV coverage of the Mylapore Kolam Festival. But that was also my connection to the Supreme, my morning meditation, along with a little brownie points that I'm giving the insects and the birds some food to eat. புள்ளி வச்சு கோலம் போட்டா வாசலுக்கு அழகு பறவை இரும்பு எல்லாத்துக்கும் நீ தருவ உணவு வாசலிலே கோலம் போட்டா லக்ஷ்மி வருவ பாரு மகிழ்ச்சியாய் நீ இருப்ப ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஜோரு. I know there is one question running in all your minds. Did I get that dream husband of mine? Well, I did. And incidentally, His name is Narayan Prasad. Thank you.